Hello guys, welcome to the channel. As was promised in this video, I'm going to show you how to use this Mistral Large 2 model which was just released few hours ago by using Amazon Bedrock, which is AWS's managed service for using large language models through simple API calls. We'll be using Python API calls for this, and I will be also sharing the whole code with you. If you don't know what this Mistral Large 2 model is, then I just have done a video where I have gone into detail as what is the architecture of this model, about its features, benchmarking, and lot of stuff. And you see that it is still preparing, and three of really good people are already watching it. So really thank you for supporting the model. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. Thank you very much appreciated. Anyway, so let's go back to this Mistral Large model. As I was saying, there are a few things which stand out for this model. For example, this is a 123 billion parameter model, plus it is a multilingual. Also, it supports 80 plus coding languages. It has already beaten GPT-4o and Llama 1 3.1 model on various benchmarks. It is also quite good in function calling, plus it is quite accurate because if it doesn't know something, it doesn't hallucinate. It just simply tells you that the model doesn't know. So that is what this model is all about. Now, Amazon Bedrock, we already have covered it in great detail. I have even done a full course on Amazon Bedrock. So please search the channel. I did it last year when it was newly released, still valid. So feel free to check it out if you want to learn more about Bedrock. Now, this Mistral Large 2 was just made available in this Bedrock. In order to use it, you would need to click on these three lines here on the left hand side. Once you click on them, then you would need to go on the left hand side, click on this model access. Let me do it. There you go. So now here you would need to request the model access. The simplest way is that you can simply click here, you can type Mistral, press enter, and then you will see that this is we have our Mistral large model. And then you would need to click on available to request, or you could simply go and into manage models and enable it from there. For example, if you look at the above, you will see it says enable all models, or you can enable a specific model. And by the way, when you enable the model, it doesn't cost you. It only costs you when you start doing the inference and calling API calls. And I have made the screen a bit bigger. Anyway, so for that, I'm not going to enable all the models. I'm just going to go and enable specific models. So let me click on that. So as soon as you click there, you will see that there are a lot of models available. Some of them I already have access, some of them not. I'm just going to click here on this Mistral Large model and then click on next. And from there, you would need to submit the request, and let me submit it, and then just wait for a few minutes and it gets enabled. Okay, so the request has been submitted, as you can see in this blue bar. And if you come down and then check that, it already granted me the access, which is quite good. Okay, so now there are a few ways you can use this model in Amazon Bedrock. You can even go to playground and then chat with this model, or you could just do some text streaming, or you could do the API ones, and we will be using both. Let's first go to this playground in the chat. And now here it is asking you to select the model, click on select model, click on Mistral, and then okay, so it says that this model I already have the access. Oh sorry, there you go. So I already have got the access, and then click on apply. There you go, and now you can start talking with it. So maybe I'll just say, what is happiness? Let's run it. That's good. You see how good is that? And then you can maybe, let's ask it what doesn't exist, just to see how accurate it is. I'm going to ask it, um, who is Fahad Mirza from Sydney, and what are his hobbies? Let's see. You see, it doesn't know, so it is not going to tell me. That is good. And then otherwise, some models just go and tell me that my hobbies which I don't even I know. So this is how you can use this Mr. Large model on the playground. Now, um, we can see that it is accurate. The English prose is quite good. We can also check it out on few of the other benchmarks. For example, I can ask it write 10 sentences ending with the word beauty, and of course you can increase the temperature here and top p probability, and there are few other hyperparameters which you can set. And you can of course set the system prompts to tell the AI what you want it to do. So let's see. There you go. Okay, so you see the interesting bit is if I go up, the third one is wrong, fourth is wrong. So model has failed this test in my opinion. Sorry, where it is. There you go. So there are very few sentences which are ending in word beauty. No problem. So let's see how it does with the reasoning ones or multilingual. Let's check first multilingual and then we will see the reasoning. So in this one, I'm asking it translate I love you in Arabic, Hindi, French, Japanese, and Urdu. Now this hasn't been translated on or tuned on Urdu, so let's see. But it worked. You see, Urdu is fine, Japanese is fine, French is fine, Hindi is fine, and Arabic is also fine. And I have done it with few other languages, so I know, and I have cross-verified it. So that's you see, so it is also quite good. Let's see how good this one is in terms of reasoning. So I'm telling it I have a vase, I put a ball in it. The vase is on the kitchen counter. I turn the vase upside down and then transfer it to the living room coffee table. Where is the ball? Let's see how it reasons. Yep, that is correct. Yeah, looks good. Step by step. That is awesome. Now let's check it. Its coding capabilities. So first up, I'm just trying out show me a Python script that draws a Mandelbrot set. Let's run it. Yeah, looks really good. Really good. Not only it has produced the code, but it has given us the whole sort of stuff around the synopsis of the code. Okay, let's try out a new one. In this one, I'm asking it translate this C code snippet into Ruby. Let's run it. Let's see. Yep, looks great. Amazing stuff. Yep, spot on. Okay, let's try to do the code repair with it. In the next prompt, I'm going to ask it find and correct the error in this JavaScript code, and I have given it a JavaScript snippet. Let's wait for it. Yes, that's correct because I have done it a lot of times, so I can tell that whether it is wrong or right. So this is a JavaScript. It has identified the error, and then it has given us a corrected code, and then towards end a liner, one liner too. This is really good. Okay, let's try out SQL. So this SQL statement, this is not wrong, but it is not optimal. So I'm asking it to optimize this SQL query. Let's see. Most of the models, they really don't tune the query. So let's see what this model does. Let's wait for it to finish. And there you go. So the model has produced an optimized version of the given SQL query that uses modern join syntax. And yep, let me check. Yes, inner join looks good. And then it has also given us that what it actually did. It used inner join, and then they added a subquery to the where clause, and then they also ordered it by order date. Amazing stuff. So all in all, real good stuff. As you can see, the coding capabilities, the reasoning capabilities, the language multilingual capabilities are really good. um, the English one is okay. I won't say that it is outstanding because Llama 3.1, GPT-4o, even Anthropic's Opus, they have performed really well on those questions. It is not an exhaustive test, but still good enough. But all in all, I would say real good stuff. As usual, a very quality model from Mistral. And now let me show you how you can do the same thing through the API calls. For that, you would need first the model ID. For model ID, on the left hand side, click on providers, click on Mistral or whatever provider you want, and then here just scroll up, and then you see just click on this Mistral Large, your own model, which you have already requested the access for, And this is the model ID you would need to grab, because this is how we are going to call it in our code. Okay, so make sure that you copy this, and then now let me take you to my VS Code where I will show you the code. And this is a simple Python program which you can use to run this API to call Amazon Bedrock. One thing you would need as a prerequisite is to make sure that you have Boto 3 installed. Boto 3 is AWS SDK to use its API through Python. So make sure that you have Boto 3 installed, and installation is fairly simple. Make sure you have also Python installed, and then do pip install Boto 3, and then it will install it on your local system. I already have it, and make sure that of course it is upgraded if you are running the old version. And then first instantiate this Boto 3 client with Amazon Service Bedrock runtime, and the region which I'm using is the Sydney region, AP Southeast 2 in Australia. If you are in any other region, change that region to your own region, and make sure that Bedrock service and this model is available in that region. You can check it from your AWS console or from the model card, because these services and these models are not available in all the regions. Once that's done, you can just give your own prompt. Then I'm just creating a body which is a sort of a prompt template with hyperparameters and stuff, that these top P temperature are controlling the output of the model, and then this is how much I want the model to produce, and then the more pricey it will be. And this is the model ID which I was referring to earlier. I have specified it. I want it to give me JSON data, and then I'm invoking the Amazon API call with Bedrock client, and then it is going to return me the response which I'm printing here. So let me run this. I'm just going to call it, what is my function name, Bedrock dash Mistral dot py. So let's run it. Let's wait for it to come back, and I'm asking it what is happiness. I'm just expecting some text response back. There you go. So the output is that this is a happiness, and it has given me a very good answer, which we already saw it in the console too. And then if you want to manipulate this through your program, you can simply extract this JSON, which is quite easy to do. So all in all, you see that how easy it is to use this Mistral Large 2 model in Amazon Bedrock. Try it out, let me know how you go. And I'm also going to put this in my blog so that you don't have to write the code. You can simply copy paste and use it in your own application. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it would help me a lot. Thank you very much.